Yeah, I want to talk about Aaron Rodgers some more.
Yeah.
This is still one of the biggest stories in sports. We can still talk about him, right?
Well, according to some people,
Adam Schefter's tweet was a little dramatic, wasn't it?
I don't know. I'm thinking about it. So Ebo sent it to the chat and was like, "Did you guys see the Schefter tweet?" I'll read the tweet. Why don't you read the tweet? I'll read the tweet. Adam Schefter tweets, Aaron Rodgers' torn Achilles might be the most devastating injury to a team and fan base in NFL history. There never has been a player who received more offseason hype, who raised another team's expectations more, who had his season in 4 plays in without ever completing a pass. Now,
well, when you put it that way,
when you add all, he's not wrong,
right? When you put all of that on it.
No, I mean when you sent over Ebo sent over the tweet and he's like, "This feels a little dramatic, right?" And I read it and I was like, "Oh my god!" I rolled my eyes too. I was like, "Let's be more dramatic about this." And then, never mind all those qualifiers, but what is more dramatic? Like, what's a more dramatic?
I'm trying to think. Okay, obviously there's been players that have gotten like paralyzed, right? But they're not 4-time MVPs, yeah. Right? They're not that good.
They also probably didn't play in the New York media market.
That's true. Well, Aaron Rodgers really hasn't either.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. Like, I guess my mind goes to Bo Jackson. He had a career-ending injury on the field.
Joe Theismann
broke his leg, exploded on Monday Night Football.
Yeah, but yeah. I mean, I understand the sentiment though. Is that Rodgers was because I'm not even a Jets fan, and I was very excited to pay attention to the Jets one way or another.
Right.
Yesterday, I took a little bit of heat from Jets fans for I did what you did with Colorado, which is like just add a skosh of rationality to the equation.
Nobody wants to hear reality right now. Nobody wants reality.
Which I was trying to say. The Jets won the game, won. So, like, this idea that the season's over, we're doomed, we're fucked, we're not going to do anything. I was like, well, hang on a second. You won the game, won. You're going to have one of, I believe, probably the best defense in the NFL this year.
Sure.
You have a great running game. The Jets won 7 games last year, Brandon.
Without Aaron Rodgers.
Without Dalvin Cook. Mm-hmm. You add those two guys. Vegas said 9.5. That's what I think their over-under for wins was.
Sure.
It was 9.5.
Sure.
So they're like... Vegas was like, yeah, you might be a little bit better. It wasn't like this team was this was not Tom Brady tearing his ACL in the first game with the Patriots where it's like this is the team that's going to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But I also understand the emotional part of it for Jets fans. For the first time in a long time,
you had hope.
You had hope.
Right.
And it was dashed in 4 plays. So I understand that. But I was just like, I don't think it's like if you're a Jets fan, you're going to turn on the TV every Sunday and be like, God damn it, we're going to lose by 40 today.
Yesterday was the weakest this is our guy I've ever seen from a coach. Robert Saleh, the coach of the Jets, was like, everybody's talking, should they go out and get Colin Kaepernick? Should they go out and get Al Bundy? Should they go out and get, whoever,
Uncle Rico.
Bugs Bunny, whoever they can get? Should they go out and get this guy? Or is Zach Wilson the guy? And Robert Saleh's like, this is Zach Wilson's team, and he didn't believe it at all.
Yeah, Tom Brady was calling the Jets, and he was typing the last number, or he's about to hit call.
Right.
And then he saw Robert Saleh say, this is our guy. And he's like, all right, never mind. And he hung up the phone and said, guess they don't want me.
Yeah, guess I'll go out with Irina, or whatever her name is.
Yeah, the Saleh, the screenshot that we didn't talk about yesterday, when Rodgers goes down, I never know what to make of these things because sometimes you can just catch a guy making a face that doesn't mean anything. But the shot of Saleh on the sideline, where he just had "Hello Darkness, My Old Friend."
It's a shame we're not going to get this coach in like big time playoff games or Super Bowl because his facial expressions and he's like a prime time guy.
Yeah,
like you're going to want him on camera as much as you can.
Yeah. Do you think that was just like a coincidence, or do you think that man was like actually because coaches?
I think he was going through it.
Because I think coaches will tell you that they're just like, no, we're stoic and we just.
A coach knows when he walks into a season with a Super Bowl potential team, right? He knows what he's got. He knows like. Whoever's coaching the Cardinals this year, he knows what he's got. He knows he's not going to do. Saleh believed they went out and got. He probably said, "I can win you a Super Bowl. Go get me a quarterback." And they went and got him a quarterback. And he gets there, he loses the quarterback, and he realizes, well, fuck, I'm about to coach 16 games that aren't going to matter.
I agree with you, but also I would like to believe that my NFL coaches do have like the next play mentality. And Rodgers goes down, and maybe there's like 10 seconds of like.
I don't think the next play mentality is real. I think that's fake.
I don't.
They know.
I don't want to believe that NFL coaches are just like Saleh's just sitting there for the rest of the game, just like fuck.
Like an NBA coach, like if LeBron James is out there and tears his ACL, the NBA coach is definitely not going. All right, buddy, get off the bench, go get him. Just need you to go 38-8 tonight. It's not reality. They know. They know.
They might do that, but they don't. They're not feeling that.
They're not feeling it. No. This is Zach Wilson's team. My ass is Zach Wilson's team.
So where do the Jets go from here?
To the middle. They're not bad and they're not good. They go to the middle.
But I mean,
which is where they've been.
Do you think Zach Wilson? Do you think Week 9 Zach Wilson is going to be the starter?
No. Well, yeah, because they don't have any other option. I don't think
they do. That's what I'm seeing from all the talking heads. Is that
what's their option? Carson Wentz,
dude. The Jets quarterback discussion has turned into guys naming dudes. Like every channel I'm watching, it's just like literally name a quarterback who is not currently a starter in the NFL.
Carson Wentz, Mitch Trubisky, Mitch
Dan
O'Donnell.
Marino.
Yeah, Dan Marino, Steve Grogan. Anybody who's ever quarterback in the NFL is eligible right now to be the Jets quarterback.
Yeah.
And this Tom Brady thing. Tom Brady's 45 years old.
I think he's older than that.
I know he just played last year.
He was 45.
The man is 45 years old.
I think he was 45 last year.
Which would make him maybe 46.
There's really no way of knowing, sadly.
Why don't I just off topic real quick?
What?
You haven't brought the beer stein yet, the Dale Earnhardt stein.
You haven't brought your Mike Tyson punch out.
That's not a stein. That can't easily go right here.
You want me? Well, I'm showing some love to Body Armor.
It's delicious.
But Tom Brady, how old is Tom Brady?
I'm going to say 45 or 46.
He's 46 years old.
He's 46
years old. In August.
I think he turned 46 in August.
Yeah,
which was last month.
But man, Tom Brady does want to be like 23. You know.
Yeah.
Like at what point is it going to be okay to like call out that Tom Brady is going through a midlife crisis? Pretty obviously. Well, we're very deep into it.
His face has declined rapidly.
Yeah.
And he's a great guy, I'm sure. He's a wonderful guy. I love him to death. But his face is gone.
No, Tom Brady is very likable and he's everywhere and he's on commercials and has a fun personality and all that. But like I do feel like at some point, especially in retirement, because it's one thing if you're an active NFL player, you can like kind of fudge your age a little bit. Right. And we all knew that he was old, but it's like, well, he's out there playing football, you know, whatever. But as Tom Brady continues to like have his midlife crisis and he's also in the public eye, I think at some point the public's going to be like, Tom.
All right, Tom.
Come
on, Tom. Come on, relax,
Tom. It's okay to be 50. It's okay. It's okay.
Speaking of, so the Jets, I think we can cross them off as Super Bowl champion contenders.
But my whole point yesterday was they were obviously Super Bowl contenders, but this idea that like it was a surefire Super Bowl season for them, and now it's not. Like I don't.
Well, that's why I think it could be best. It's almost like a get out of jail free card for Aaron Rodgers, right?
Yeah.
Like with them, they were a Super Bowl contender. Now he's not there, so he's also 39. Maybe he was going to decline a little bit. Maybe they weren't going to make it, and that was going to ding his resume. Yeah. But now he doesn't have to do it.
The what if guy is a great. That's a great place to be when you're the what if guy.
Yeah.
It's
if we only had Rodgers. Yeah. If we only had this.
Was tearing his Achilles 4 plays into his Jets tenure
the best thing
that could have happened to Aaron Rodgers' legacy?
This is best case scenario. Also,
people that argue like Kobe's legacy improved by dying in a.
Well, I think that's an extreme
tragic
example.
Helicopter accident. But if you really think about it, like his legacy really popped off after that because you know the mural count in Los Angeles went through
skyrocketed.
The roof.
Yes, it did. We're eliminating Jets as Super Bowl contender. How many Super Bowl contenders do you think there are? Like actual Super Bowl champion can win the Super Bowl. I think there's 3 in the NFC. I think it's the Eagles, the Niners, and the Cowboys. I think those 3 teams can win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I think you're looking at probably 6 or 7 in the ACC. The AFC.
The ACC.
The AFC. I have a college football topic coming up, and I was already trying to do it. In the AFC, I think
who would win the Super Bowl in the ACC? Florida State.
Florida State, yeah. Florida State's the only Super Bowl contender.
How would Florida State fare? Florida State.
Probably poorly.
Florida State versus a team.
Although Jordan Travis transferring to the Jets right now would help them a lot.
Jordan Travis or Zach Wilson starting week 2.
If you think about the legality,
would you rather have start week 2?
If you think about the legality of the transfer portal, I don't know if there's any overt rules. Could I transfer to the NFL? Who knows? Can you stop me?
I do think there's going to be a world where the NCAA, the NCAA is not going to exist.
Where they get out of the way fully.
Yeah, but like I do think there's a world where like guys who have been in the NFL and in the NBA can go back to play for college teams. I think that's one of the most
fascinating wrinkles you could ever have.
I don't think that's going to happen in like 5 years, but I think like
imagine LeBron James at 40 years old going to play for Ohio State.
Yeah,
and he'd be awesome. It'd be incredible.
Yeah,
it'd be must-watch. It would enhance NCAA basketball so much.
LeBron has a press conference and he says, "I'm retiring from the NBA. I'm going back to college."
Not from basketball, baby.
Yeah, and I'm going back home. And then Akron fans lose their mind. Ohio State fans lose their mind. Duke fans are like, "Fuck yes, we got him." Miami fans are like, oh my god,
dude. The
USC fan.
The headline LeBron James commits to Duke is just funny. And then he decommits.
I mean, think about it. That if eligibility is already doesn't really exist.
It's already
like the eligibility window.
COVID and the transfer portal hitting at the same time kind of shot eligibility the hell.
NIL has introduced the idea that these guys are professionals.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously the dollars and cents are going to get in the way, and it's like, yeah, LeBron James is not going to go back to college because he's making $40 million playing in the NBA, and no college is going to pay him that. But you know, you get some guy that like is the last man on the bench in the NBA, and it's like, why not?
Imagine NIL negotiations between LeBron James and a college right now. Yeah. It's like, what are you going to give me? Oh, what are you worth?
Colorado would do it.
Colorado
hired Deion. We didn't talk about that when we've talked about Deion. That Colorado hired this man, and the AD like straight up came out and said, we do not have the money.
But we will.
He was right.
That's pretty optimistic.
Baller, dude.
Yeah,
that's baller.
We do not have the money at all, but whatever you need, sir.
So, Zach, they're just going to roll with Zach. You believe the Jets when they say Zach Wilson's our guy, and
I believe that's probably their best option.
Phone calls.
I think that's their best option.
I actually agree with that. I think Zach Wilson is their best option. He's not a great quarterback. We know that. At some
point in the process, they saw talent to make him the number 2 pick.
Right.
Do whatever you can now to get it, because he'll never have a better situation to grow in. I mean, he's got receivers, he's got running backs, he's got the defense.
And if you want to talk yourself into the delusion that the Jets could maybe possibly be something, which they're not going to win the Super Bowl, but they could, compete and make the season fun for Jets fans at least. Maybe Zach Wilson has been humbled. Like maybe this process.
Humbled. What was his thing last year? He was fucking mothers, right? And now he's the guy again. How do you go from fucking mothers to being the guy again? That's tough. That's a crazy career trajectory.
When they were talking about bringing in Rodgers, didn't he have a quote where he was like, "I'm gonna make life hell for whoever"?
Oh, that's right. But he also.
Do you think he tore his Achilles? Do you think this was an inside job that Zach Wilson?
You think Zach Wilson sabotaged?
He
his
has
Achilles?
The quote. He said, "I'm gonna make life a living hell for whoever we bring in."
But once he got there, I think didn't he also have a quote saying, "After I'm gone, Zach Wilson's gonna be the guy here." I think he said that at some point during training camp.
It has Rodgers on the Jets and Hard Knocks and how he's handled the Achilles thing, because I saw Garrett Wilson talking about how like Rodgers apologized to him in the locker room, and it was like a real sentimental moment and all this. I think it has actually helped his legacy. I think it's helped his Q score in this country.
His legacy has been miles ahead of his accomplishments for a while.
It's helped his personality. I'll put it that way, because like he had a rocky patch there for a while.
Yeah, well, I mean, him and the libs were going at it in COVID. Right. They were going at it. They were going to war.
Right, and now it's made him a sympathetic figure, and I think that's interesting.
What was it? He wasn't vaccinated. He was immunized. I'm immunized. I say that to anybody. I'm immunized.
Immunized.
Yeah. No, I can have the extra. I can have the extra pizza. I'm immunized.
Upon further review, Adam Schefter, I think, is off the hook for being dramatic. I think it's fair. I think that's a fair tweet, Ebo. I think it's a fair tweet. What do you think? I mean, you sent it to us saying you're trying to clown him.
You were trying to clown him.
Well, I don't know if it's the worst Monday Night Football injury of all time.
What would be worse than that?
John Lennon died on Monday Night Football. Sure.
Fair. That's fair.